I'm going to talk about people who tell me wrestling is fake. It's not fake, it's predetermined. People who tell other people that wrestling is fake get this excitement on their face like they're about to crush your joy, like they're about to tell you something you don't already know. From when I was 5 years old, my earliest memories, people would try to burst my bubble and say, Brett, you know that's fake. That's fake. It's fake. I'm tired of people telling me WWE is fake. Can I just please enjoy something? I don't tell you that Star Wars is fake. I don't tell you that Marvel is fake. I'll be talking about something, like, oh yeah, John Cena's retiring soon. They're like, hey Brett, don't you know that's not real? No one's ever watching a Spider-Man movie and someone comes up to him and says, you know that's not real. Spider-Man isn't real. Star Wars isn't real. Keeping Up with the Kardashians isn't real. Love Island isn't real. One time I was watching WrestleMania with my friends, and the guy that was hosting, his friends came over, and it was the main event, and she was drunk, and she was like, hey, don't you guys know this is fake? It's fake. It's fake. I was like, can I just please have this? And who you talk? She was talking about how professional wrestling was fake and her hair was green. Wrestling isn't fake. It's predetermined. We all know that. The wrestling ring, though, is very painful to work on because it's a steel frame, then there's wood, and there's like a thin pad. It can't be like too squishy, otherwise you won't be able to run or do anything. You trip. So it's a thin pad, and then there's a canvas around it. So like when you get power bombed or spine bustered or like get clothesline, you land on your back, it knocks the wind out of you. Also, a lot of professional wrestlers, when their career's done, they end up in a wheelchair or they're permanently injured for the rest of their lives. So I wouldn't call that fake. I like the UFC. I know a lot of people that are UFC fans or boxing fans, especially, like to knock on wrestling. Honestly, professional wrestlers do more dangerous stuff than MMA fighters. MMA fighters might fight 3 times a year. Professional wrestlers might have like 50 matches in a year. And they're like jumping from the top rope, getting hit in the back with a chair. Also, if professional wrestling isn't real, explain Chris Benoit. He had so much nasty head trauma from doing a diving headbutt or getting hit with a steel chair in midair and then straight falling that he killed his whole family. Now, WWE doesn't do chair shots to the head because you could wind up with permanent brain damage. And I'm not bloodthirsty. A chair shot to the back is fine with me. It gives me the same dopamine rush every time. I'm going to talk about some of the real notable dangers of professional wrestling. Just give a few examples of things that are dangerous and that have hurt people. The Undertaker threw Mankind off a 16-foot cage into an announce table onto the floor. And then they're gonna stop the match, but he had enough in him to climb up the cell. And then the Undertaker threw him through the cell into the ring. That wasn't planned. That was an accident because they weighed a lot. The top of the cage was not braced enough for the weight of them. And then he ended it with getting thrown in thumbtacks. And at the end of the match, he had to see a doctor and get all the thumbtacks taken out. And his friend Al Snow had to take care of him the rest of the night because he couldn't move. And that match alone has given him permanent damage to his body. But it is legendary because people that don't even know about wrestling know about that match. And I hear he's a really nice guy too. And he's funny. Another match is a TLC match. It stands for tables, ladders, and chairs. It's basically a ladder match where you have to climb the top of the ladder to get the belt. But the weapons you can use are chairs and tables. You can use any weapons because there's no disqualification, but that's kind of like the whole thing of it is tables, ladders, and chairs. So people are getting pushed off ladders, hit with chairs, thrown through tables. They're getting knocked off the ladders in the ring onto tables outside. And that can cause a lot of injuries and give a lot of people permanent damage because it's not like just taking suplexes all the time, where a career of those will mess you up, but it shortens your career because you're taking some dangerous bumps, hitting really hard. I also want to talk about the Elimination Chamber for the first 15 years. If you don't know what Elimination Chamber is, it's 6 wrestlers, there's 4 pods, 2 wrestlers start, and then the 4 wrestlers in 5-minute intervals come in the match. And last one wins. So around it, because since there's a cage and the 4 pods, in between like the pods where the ring was, is this metal grate. There were metal grates. For like the first 15 years, people would have to like work on those, get thrown on metal grates. And that's not, especially the first one with Rob Van Dam and Triple H, the first 5 minutes when they're testing out the cell, they're getting thrown to the wall, which is steel chains and on the metal grates for like 5 minutes. And it just looks so painful. Luckily now they put pads there. I'm sure it still hurts because they're thin pads. But I feel like getting thrown on just straight metal grates. If you ever fell on something that's not flat, I bet you the grates like stick into your back and like go in more in your spine, and probably gives you a lot of nerve damage. And I'm talking about like different pains and nerve damage, but I'm far from a doctor or scientist, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'd just like to wrap up by saying, don't be a jerk and try to ruin 5-year-old Brett's fun by saying, oh, wrestling's fake. Just let people enjoy things. I feel like wrestling fans get it so much that a lot of wrestling fans don't try to ruin other people's joy because we know what it's like to get our joy taken from us by people. I'll be talking about wrestling with someone. Yeah, I'm like, I hope this person wins, I hope this person loses. And like, but you know, it's fake. Every person that says wrestling is fake never says it's predetermined. They're always like, you know, it's fake. Can I just enjoy this? It's like a soap opera with men and women. Honestly, the women have been killing it this past year in wrestling. Not that they haven't before, but they've been doing an awesome job. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate everyone that watched this video and support me. Don't forget to like and comment. And my pizza's done. Thank you guys.